How's it going, guys? My name is TJP and welcome back to another Madden NFL 23 Franchise Rebuilding Challenge. So we've got our penultimate NFC team, and it's going to be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So if you're enjoying the content, hit the like button and subscribe if you're not subscribed already. And let me know down in the comments below some more video ideas. Go to social down description. We have a playlist down below containing other Madden NFL 23 Franchise Rebuilding content. Check out my channel if you want content for me, TJP. Also, second channel down below in the description as well. And with that being said, let's get on the gameplay. Alright guys, so here we are in the game, and of course same rules is applied, here to have some fun, try to win a Super Bowl within 3 seasons. So let's see what we got here with the roster. We got Tom Brady, 45 years old, so that's interesting. We'll see if we end up keeping him throughout this video, or if he's going to end up retiring. We'll see. So we have him, David, we got Vea, Mike Evans, Tristan Wirfs, Chris Godwin, who's on the IR, Ryan Jensen, Shaquille Barrett, Shaq Mason, Leonard Fournette, Antoine Winfield Jr., Devin White, Akeem Hicks, Julio Jones, Carlton Davis III, Mel Dean, Logan Ryan, Sean Murphy Bunting, Russell Gage Jr., Keanu Neal, Mike Edwards, William Galston, Smith. I mean, you guys see, there's definitely some talent on this team for sure. It's poised to win. I mean, we could win with the team as is right now, but there are a couple of improvements I'm sure we can make for this upcoming season. So let's take a look at the improved team, look at our depth, see what we need. Because we could sign maybe like one other player, or maybe try to trade for one. So if I look at the improved team, let's see what we got going on over here. Left guard is my thinnest position. One of them, we could get like an Eric Flowers for this season. That wouldn't be too bad. Right outside linebacker, we could pick up Jace Pierre-Paul. Left outside linebacker, we could pick up Trey Flowers. He fits the scheme of the team. So I might just do that for the season, just because he's a scheme fit. So improve the defense a little bit. And then, I mean, if I can get a left guard, that'd be nice. It'd probably have to be through a trade, though. So I'm going to take a look at my draft picks, which is curious. Do we have our draft picks? I think we do. Have most, if not all of them, but we'll double check. So if I go to my draft picks, we have our... We don't have our 4th or 6th. We have another 7th. We have all our picks next season, so that's nice. I mean, if I can find a left guard now, I'll make the trade now, and then I probably won't make any moves in midseason. But if I can't make a trade now, I might make one midseason. We'll see, depending on how the team's doing. So I'll see if I can find a trade for a left guard. Otherwise, I'll just simulate to the midseason. 5th, 7th round pick to the Bills. We're gonna get Saffold III, so you can get a left guard, fit the scheme of the team. It's Roger Saffold III. Welcome to the squad. That's gonna be the only move I'm gonna make. I'll see you guys at the midseason, where I assume this team should be pretty good. We're currently sitting at 5-2 right now in the NFC South, so not a bad season so far for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Let's take a look at the standings here really quickly. We'll take a look at stats. Bills are 5-1. We did make that trade for that left guard, but that didn't really affect them too much. So we're right in the hunt with the top teams in the NFL, so I'd assume if we have a good second half of the season, we should make the playoffs. I don't see why we wouldn't. Surprisingly, the Chiefs are only 2-5, interestingly enough. I guess they've had some injuries, but yeah, you guys see. Rankings look pretty solid for the most part. Maybe our pass yards per game can be a bit better. But let's look at the stats, see what we got going on here. Let's see how the homie Tom Brady's doing. He's looking pretty solid right now. He's thrown for over 2,000 yards, 18 TDs, 3 interceptions, 110.5 passer rating. So I like to see that from Tom Brady. Leonard Fournette rushing 519 with 6 TDs. Sean Vaughn is our backup back. Not too bad there. In terms of receivers, we got Mike Evans doing his thing out there. Chris Godwin. Julio Jones, Kyle Rudolph. I mean, it's solid. I mean, the receivers are all doing pretty good. Blocking-wise, it's been pretty good for the most part. We haven't had that many sacks allowed. Let's take a look at the defense. Levante David is leading the team in tackles with 43, 41 from Winfield Jr. Devin White's got 33, 31 for Sean Murphy Bunting. Super Mario Bros. I might call him that. SMB? Nah, I'm not going to call him that. What you can call him, Murphy Bunting. We got Logan Ryan with 28 as well. In terms of sacks, 6 from Barrett. 5.5 for Vea. Trey's got 1.5 as well. Levante David, 1. A couple guys down here with a half sack. Interception-wise, got 2 guys with 2, and then 3 guys with 1, as you guys can see, so it's nice to see. Ryan's our kicker, 7 of 8. So he's only missed 1 field goal. He's made all his extra points. There's your punting, kick return, and punt return. So it's looking pretty solid there. Man, my nose is killing me right now. Holy moly. In terms of team stats, we are 2nd in terms of total offensive yards. As you can see, we are near the top in that. And it's, well, our passing is 3rd, and then our rush is 743, near the top of the league, I'd say. Top half, which is not too bad. 29.7 points also puts us near the top echelon. And how is our defense doing in terms of total yards? We are kind of in the bottom middle because our passing yards per game is pretty high. Or pass yards allowed, rather. Rush defense, 670 is top half of the league, though, which is nice to see. And 154 points allowed is, pretty good as well. So, yeah, we're letting people pass against us, but not too much scoring going on. So, I'm going to keep the team the way it is. There's really not much of the moves I want to make, so I'll see you guys at the end of the season where, hopefully we win the NFC South. Maybe you could win the NFC and get a bye. That'd be kind of nice. Well, guys, we did end up going 11-6 on the season, and our rankings looked pretty solid. With the best pass yards per game in the league. And, yeah, 11-6 is solid. I mean, not enough to get the bye, but it's all good, though. The Buccaneers were able to get the bye. We were the fifth, though. The Rams were 4. Doesn't that really matters too much. But, yeah, the Panthers end up with the same record as us and ended up getting the 2, which, again, really doesn't matter that much, I don't think. Same record. But let's take a look at the standings. The Packers were 12-5. They ended up having the best record. We were right there, so... and then the rest of the records are down here, as you guys can see. Worst team in the league was the 49ers at 4-13, which isn't even that bad, honestly. So, let's take a look at the stats and see what we got going on over here. So, Tom Brady led the league in pass yards, which is not a surprise. I mean, he also had a nice amount of TDs, 105.4 passer rating. It's great from Tom, so we'll take it. Leonard Fournette, pretty solid on the rush. 1,230 yards, 17 TDs. Sean Vaughn with our second back, 7 TDs, 203 yards. We'll take it. Chris Godwin over 1,500 receiving yards, 11 TDs. Great season from him. Mike Evans also. A little dynamic duo there. Then Julio Jones, Kyle Rudolph, Russell Gage Jr. Okay, like it. In terms of sacks, our blocking was good. We didn't really allow that many sacks, which is nice to see. I meant to say blocking, not sacks in terms of sacks. But defensively, 109 tackles from Levante David to lead the team. Then we had Devin White, Sean Murphy-Bunting, Antoine Winfield Jr. So that's nice to see. As you guys see, Shaquille Barrett with a 14.5 sacks. Vega's got 9.5, 4.5 from Shoyinka. Tryon Shoyinka. Hicks had 3.5. William Golston with 2.5, 1.5 from Levante, White, and Flowers. Also, interception-wise, Devin White with 5, and then Sean Murphy-Bunting with 4, and then a bunch of guys at 2 and 1. And then kicking-wise, Ryan's bad second half of the season, then punting, kick return, and punt return. So, how did we look on offense in terms of total offensive yards? Second in the league only to the Green Bay Packers. Our passing was at the top of the league, which is great to see. And our rush was at 1697, which I'm going to assume is probably near the bottom half of the league, and it was. 27.5 points per game. That's going to put us, though, near the top. So that's nice to see there. And then in defensive yards allowed, we actually ended up doing pretty solid. Pass yards was near the top, which is cool. And then our rush was 1754. That actually ended up being in 764 rather, near the bottom half of the league. And then 391 points allowed. Pretty solid. So let's take a look at the awards, see if we had any MVPs or Coach of the Years. It was Dak Prescott to win the MVP. And then Coach of the Year, Doug Peterson. So there is that. Just gotta scratch my neck. Alright, so we're taking on the Rams, as I mentioned before. Let's see if we can beat them and advance to the divisional playoff. Got a close game against the Rams, and now we're taking on the Eagles. If we win this, we're going to the NFC Conference Championship playoff game. So let's see if we can do it. Against the Eagles, their rankings, their ours, our record, their overalls, whatever. Let's see if we beat them. And we do. We do beat them. And we are in the NFC Conference Championship game, and we're taking on Green Bay. Green Bay, who obviously had the bye, and they got some really good rankings here. So we're going to see if we can beat them and go to the Super Bowl. Gentlemen, we are in the Super Bowl in our first season. The Green Bay Packers, we beat them 20-17, and we're going to be taking on the Buffalo Bills in the Super Bowl. That's going to be pretty crazy. I'm excited to see that. So they were 11-6, we were 11-6. They're their rankings, they're our rankings. Ooh, man. Do I want to... I honestly, I usually don't do this, but I did do it one time in the Bengals video. Do you guys want to see the simulation? I think I could do that. We could do that, potentially. Let's do it. Let's do the simulation. I want you guys to play by play. I'm not going to touch anything, though. We're just going to let it play out. Here we go. We are simulating in the game. We're going jump by jump, and we're just going to watch it here. It's going as fast as possible. We do take the lead, 7-0 right now. It's a very low-scoring game. Oh, we're up 14-0, and we're about to go to the fourth quarter. Oh, it's 17-0. Now it's 17-7. Just got to hold them here. 17-14. Oh, we score a huge touchdown. Let's go. And we end up winning the Super Bowl in our first season. That's crazy. I usually don't show you guys this, but this is kind of legit. That was awesome. Let's go. That's awesome. Fantastic. So we got the Super Bowl in our first season. That's the first time that has ever happened, I think. Has it? Is it the first time that has happened so far? I don't know. I don't remember. But we got to the Super Bowl and we won it in our first season. Let's go. We still got 2 more seasons, so we're going to see if we can try to win some more. But excellent game. Let's take a look at the awards. See who won the Super Bowl MVP. Look at the awards for the season. I would assume Tom Brady will be the Super Bowl MVP. But let's find out. Let's see. We're simulating. I get rewards. I don't really care about that. Chris Godwin. Okay. Yes. Auto upgrade. Yes. Alright. That's too much stuff there. And, okay, I was about to say, like, where is it? Okay, here we go. So Tom Brady was the Super Bowl MVP. Dak Prescott, Doug Peterson, Tyler Boyd, Von Miller, Breece Hall, and then Aiden Hutchinson. There are your awards right there. So we're on to the offseason where we already got a Super Bowl, so let's just try to see if we could go back-to-back, maybe win 3 in a row. That'd be insane. I don't know if we're going to win 3 in a row, but still. Decent amount of players up for contracts, and I mean, obviously Tom Brady, I'm probably going to end up just franchise tagging him. Why would I not keep him, right? Why not? We have a lot of guys that are up for free agency, which is kind of crazy. I mean, we could just go full-on rebuild. Dude, that's another option. I mean, because I did win the Super Bowl, so there are so many guys I'd like to re-sign here. It's going to be very hard, though, to keep Tom Brady. He just wants so much money. I mean, I could do team-friendly. I mean, I guess go $26 million, give him, like, a 5-year contract. He plays till he's 51. I mean, honestly, he could, theoretically, but I can't really do that, so I'm just going to see who I end up re-signing. I'd have to re-sign a lot of these guys, so let's... Tom Brady, we might just have to literally let him walk, which is annoying, but I'll see what I can do. Signed David and Tom Brady. The problem is, a lot of my guys here, I can't re-sign. I gave Tom Brady a ridiculous contract, but he did end up accepting it. I probably could give him even less money. I think I might have overpaid for him, but it's fine. So... the problem is I don't have a lot of draft picks, so basically I'm going to have to try to trade for draft picks. I don't have cap space. And we're just going to have to try to rebuild to the draft, or I guess add some replacement players to the draft. So, yeah, that should be fun. I'll see if I can do it. But if not, if I can't acquire more draft picks, then oh boy. I'll see you guys once I have a trade potentially, if not at the draft. By the way, Smith and a first-round pick next season to the Bears, and we got back Gibson, Brisker, and Kmet. I needed left end, a strong safety, and a tight end. So we got 3 decent players for a left tackle that's aging and is making a lot of money. So I also think I shed a little bit of money. I might have a little bit of cap room as well to maybe try to re-sign a player or add a couple guys in free agency now. So now I need a left tackle, though. Maybe I'll try to do that through the draft. But yeah, that's one trade I'm going to make there. That might be the only one. Free agency recap. I was able to sign a few players, nothing too major here, but we did get David Edwards, new left guard, fit the scheme of the team, got Zach Allen, right end, fit the scheme of the team, and then we also got Matt Pryor, left tackle. Really nothing too major there. I mean, we lost a lot of our guys, but we kept, I feel like we kept most of the guys intact. Still have some young guys that are able to develop as well, too, and plus we have our first and second round picks, so I'm going to show you guys the draft recap, see who end up picking up, and I'm going to go with Robert Scott Jr. I'm going to pick him with our first round pick from Florida State. We're going to get another left tackle, younger guy. I know we signed Matt Pryor, but I might end up trading him at some point. So drafting Robert Scott, he'll develop, and he'll probably be our future left tackle. The draft recap, I only had 3 picks. You guys saw Scott Jr. I did pick up Tanner McKee, I wanted another cornerback, and then we got Rick Wooden as the final pick, which is a pretty solid pick for someone that was supposed to project to go 3rd, 4th round. So, all right, I'll see you guys start the second season. Start the second season, let's show you guys the roster that we're going with. So if we look at the roster here, National Football League roster, this is the team. This is the team that we have. I mean, we won the Super Bowl. I think this team should be pretty good, though. Still be pretty good, so we'll see. Obviously, got Veas, our best player now, with Wirfs, Godwin, Mike Evans, and Ryan Jensen. Tom Brady's still here. Antoine Winfield Jr., Lavonte David, Leonard Fournette, Shaquille Barrett, Shaq Mason. We got Devin White, Carlton Davis III, Cole Kmet, Travis Gibson, Joe Tryon Shoyinka, David Edwards, Jaquan Brisker, Tyler Johnson, Zach Allen, Sean Vaughn, Jalen Darden, Logan Hall. I mean, you guys can see there's definitely some talent on the team, but there is a little bit of a decline. So I'm not sure how good this team is going to be. I mean, we might be good. I just don't know if we might lack the depth. We'll see. Let's take a look at the improved team functionality and see what we got going on here. I mean, you guys can see it's not too bad. I mean, there's some positions that we could potentially improve on. I mean, I could get a better right end, but Logan Hall is 23, and he'll become something. Left tackle, Robert Scott Jr. I mean, he's here. Left guard, David Edwards isn't too bad. So I think this team could be pretty solid. Kicking wise, I could technically pick up Chris Boswell if I wasn't over the cap. But yeah, I mean, I like this team. We're going to see how they do. I can't really make any moves. We're over the cap. So I'll see you guys at the midseason where we'll look at. We are 7-0 right now. Yeah, the team's playing really well, obviously. Our offense has been great. Scoring the second most pass yards, third best defense in terms of points per game. I mean, some rankings look kind of off, but honestly, it's not too bad. I mean, obviously we're 7-0, so I can't be mad about that. Best record in the NFL, the only remaining undefeated team. Hopefully we can keep it that way. That'd be great. But yeah, I'm loving the way this team is performing, as you guys can see. So, let's take a look at the stats here and see what we got going on. So Tom Brady's having another fantastic season. Second in total yards, passing yards. First in passing TDs. And third in passer rating with 122.1. Dude is an absolute legend. And great mentor for Tanner McKee. So fantastic stuff there. Leonard Fournette not rushing as well this season, but he hasn't really needed to since we've got Tom Brady do this thing. Vaughn's been pretty solid as a secondary back. And White. In terms of receiving, Chris Godwin's been great. 54 yards with 10 TDs. 444 for Tyler Johnson. Mike Evans not doing too bad. He missed a game, got hurt, but that's all good though. He's still here. Cole Kmet, tight end. Like to see that. Replacing Vaughn. Then our blocking has been not too bad for the most part. A little bit better last season, but still good nevertheless. It'll do the trick. Lavonte David, 109 tackles, 99 for Devin White, 77 for Winfield Jr. Shaq has 14.5 sacks. Shaquille Barrett, 14.5 sacks, huh? That is absolutely ridiculous. Wow, through 7 games, this dude is getting over 2 sacks a game. That's crazy, man. Because he's got 14.5. Ridiculous. Vea's got 9.5 of his own. Travis Gibson's got 6, 4.5 for Tryon Shoyinka. Brisker's got 2.5, so that's nice to see. 5 interceptions for Devin White as well. It was pretty insane. 2 for David, 2 for Davis the third. The kicking, Jason Sanders, 15 of 21 so far, which is a lot of field goal attempts. He's missed 6. And then our punting and all that special team stuff. And I just want to double check, right? We're 7-0. Okay, I just want to make sure I didn't sim to the end of the season by accident. But why would Tom Brady only have 2,000 passing yards unless he got hurt, right? So, in terms of total offensive yards, near the top of the league, which is nice to see. Second in passing, and then 627 rush yards. Kind of in the bottom because we're not really running the ball too much because we're passing, and still best PPG per game. And defensively, I feel like our rush defense is probably really good. Buccaneers pass yards allowed is probably going to be near the top, and it is. But our rush yards is actually surprisingly still top half of the league, but not as good as I'd want it to be. And then we're defending very well against not allowing people to score against us. So, I mean, we're going to keep the team the way it is. If it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? So, I'll see you guys at the end of the season where we should definitely make the playoffs. I mean, we're 7-0, so unless a catastrophic meltdown occurs, well, then I don't know. 14-3, and we had the best record in the NFC. So we do get a bye and we're automatically in the divisional playoff, which is awesome. Not that it means too much, though, once we get the job done, right? But 14-3, the Falcons were 13-4, so they had a really good record, too. But good season for us. And yeah, if you guys take a look at the standings, pretty solid stuff there. Here you guys can see who's the worst team in the NFL. It was between the Lions and the Jaguars. I guarantee one of those wins was against us. Maybe. I don't know. But, well, do I remember? I don't remember. Okay. Either way, it doesn't really matter. There are rankings. We were really solid in a lot of rankings. Team's great. Let's take a look at the playoff not the playoff stats. Looks like we had the man, the myth, the legend, Tom Brady, leading the league in passing yards once again. He had 43 TDs, 111.3 passer rating, so good season from him. We'll see if he ends up retiring. I don't know, but Leonard Fournette over 1,000 rush yards, 12 TDs, almost 1,100. So that's not too bad. He had a better second half season. Sean Vaughn, 12 TDs as well for him. As our secondary back is nice to see. Mike Evans leading the team in receiving yards with 11 TDs. Chris Godwin was second. He had 13 TDs, so this dynamic duo right here. We got Tyler Johnson and Cole Kmet. Darden. Like it. Blocking was really good except for Robert Scott Jr., the rookie. We had Levante David, 121 tackles, 118 for Devin White. So they actually each led the team, and then kind of just the rest of the team down here. And where is Barrett? I thought he had 8. I thought he had 14 and a half. Did I read that wrong? How many games did he play? I could have sworn he had 14 and a half. How did he go to 8? No, he had 14 and a half. Something happened. There's no way. I mean, they had 14 and a half. Maybe I misread it. I don't know. I have to double check that, but that's weird. Okay, I've never seen that before. Yeah, what the hell? The numbers are completely different. I don't know what happened. Something happened here. The numbers are completely different. I mean, my game did crash during the simulation. But, like, why would it reset the stats, though? I don't understand that. Okay, something went wrong. I don't know what went wrong, but EA is doing doing something's fishy is happening. But okay, either way, we had second best total offensive yards, number 1 in passing, and our rush was probably bottom half of the league, but near the middle-ish, and then points per game, 3rd in the league. Defensively, we are near the top. Pass yards allowed. Bottom half of the league. Our rush was near the top, though, and then 59 points, best defense. So let's see, we're taking on in the playoff game, next playoff game. Bryce Young was the MVP. Okay. Tom Brady could have had one. Could have had an MVP. Oh, dismissed was the coach of the year. All right, Todd didn't get one. All right, no worries, no worries. Not a problem. Let's see if we can see we're playing on the divisional. I'll see you guys once I'm there. The Commanders in the division playoff. Divisional Conference Championship game. There's Washington's rankings. They were 9-8. We were 14-3. If we win this, we're in the NFC Conference Championship game. Let's see if we can beat the Commanders. We do beat the Commanders, and we're taking on the Eagles again in the NFC Conference Championship playoff game. And if we win this, we're back in the Super Bowl for a second straight season. So can we do it? Let's find out. I couldn't get to the Super Bowl again this time. Lost one 24-17, so it's going to be the Eagles and the Titans in the Super Bowl. It's tough to go back-to-back in the NFL, but nice season, though. Got to the NFC Conference Championship game. Let's see if we've got one more season in us. I'll see you guys at the offseason. Ended up winning the Super Bowl. Alex, Alex Anzalone won the Super Bowl MVP. You guys see the rest of the awards there. I feel like I got screwed over with the simulation. Bryce Young was the offensive rookie of the year, defensive rookie of the year, Jalen Carter. Because Shaquille Barrett had 14.5 sacks in 7 games. He should have had, I don't know what happened. Something obviously happened and the stats got messed up. I don't know. But I'm going to get to the bottom of it. I'm probably not. Alright, let's go on to the third and final season. An FYI, Tom Brady did retire. So, he will not be on the team, which is unfortunate. But because of his retirement, we do have more money. So, we could try to sign somebody for the squad. I mean, I'd like to re-sign Mike Evans, Woodfield Jr., Devin White, Shaq Mason. I mean, there's a lot of guys here I'd like to keep. So, and that means Tanner McKee's going to be starting QB. So we'll see how that goes, I guess. Thank goodness we won the Super Bowl in our first season. Probably should have won it last year, but it's fine. So let's see if we can keep, and then we'll go on to free agency with however much money we have. So a few of my guys do want to test free agency. Evans and Woodfield Jr., priority to re-sign them. So, or at least try to re-sign them. So I'm going to have about $54 million in cap space, or cap room, salary cap, whatever you want to call it. So let's go on to free agency and see what we can pick up. Alright, well, I did the funny in free agency that I like to do. Instead of re-signing Mike Evans, I said, screw it, let's go after Justin Jefferson. And I got him. So we got him, but not only did I do that, I for some reason got Derrick Henry. I know I have Leonard Fournette, but now I have Derrick Henry. Okay, I'll tell you why. If Tanner McKee does not pan out, just give the ball to Henry and give the ball to Fournette and let them run. There we go. The two-headed running back monster, two-headed wide receiver monster, but mainly that. I did get another cornerback because I needed another cornerback. I got a new free safety. I lost Winfield as well. So we got Hooker. I had to get a new tight end, so we got Albert, and we got another defensive tackle and Adams. So that's it's a weird team, but I guess it'll have to do, and I'll probably show you guys the draft recap, but I do want to see if I can make a trade here. I traded away first, second, third round pick to the Cardinals. We got Forbes and Uche. So we get another right outside linebacker to another cornerback fit the scheme of the team. Both are relatively young as well. And these are picks in 2025, where the video is going to be over anyway. So, yeah. Welcome to the team, guys. I want to show you this draft recap of the auto-gen rookies. So this is just who we ended up taking, in case you guys were curious. Yeah. So I'll see you guys at the start of the third and final season, show you guys the roster, and we'll go from there. Final season, this is the team. It's a little strange, I know, but at least we got our Super Bowl in the first season. So I can have my fun. My experimenting is what we're doing here. So Justin Jefferson, Derrick Henry, Vea. We got Tristan Wirfs, Chris Godwin, Ryan Jensen. We got Fournette off the bench. We got Shaq Barrett, Devin White, Shaq Mason, Lavonte David, Carl Davis III, James Bradbury IV, Travis Gibson, David Edwards, Malik Hooker, Quan Brisker, Tyron Triunca, Joshua J. We got Albert, the tight end, Camarda. We got Zach Allen, Robert Scott Jr. There's definitely some talent on this team. The only thing I need to do is pick up a kicker. I think that's the only thing I'm going to do, because I don't think I have one. So we'll just pick up a kicker in free agency if I can afford it, which I don't know if I can, but I'll see. We'll take the improved team. I think this team could be good. I mean, honestly, I really think we could be good. I mean, the only thing is a little bit worrisome is my quarterback position. I am a little bit worried about that, but do we have a kicker? We don't. Can I pick up Daniel Carlson? We can, and I'm going to pick him up. Why not? So he'll be our kicker. So there we go. Yeah, QB, I'm a bit worried about. So we'll see how this works out. We'll see if Tanner's the answer. If he's not, then I'm just gonna have to trade for a QB at the midseason with whatever money I have. But yeah, I mean, we made the playoffs 2 straight seasons, so we could have a good first half of the season. Or if not, give the ball to Derrick Henry and let him do his work. Him and Fournette. All right, I'll see you guys at the midseason. We are 2-5 right now, and interestingly enough, we're throwing the ball a lot. We're not passing. We're throwing the ball a lot. I'm not rushing a lot, which is weird. So, I don't know. Have we had injuries? I mean, we're 2-5, which is not good. So, that's something we got to take a look at here. Chris Godwin being hurt is unfortunate. It's out for another week, but it's a bye. I don't know if he's been hurt for a while, but either way, yikes. All right. Let's take a look at the standings here. So 2-5 is not great. I mean, I guess we'd have a really good second half of the season. Maybe we could make the playoffs, but let's see what the problem is. Let's take a look at the team. Let's look at the stats. And then go from there. So, Tanner McKee's actually been awful. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, well, he is not the answer, ladies and gentlemen. He's got twice the amount of interceptions as he does TDs. That's a problem. Okay. That is a problem. Derrick Henry's only ran for 331 yards. Leonard Fournette, 137 yards, 2 TDs. Yeah, we're going to have to get rid of Tanner McKee. We have to get a new QB. That's not good. That's not going to cut it. Justin Jefferson, Albert, and Chris Godwin. I mean, it doesn't really matter what your wide receivers are looking like. I mean, they're not terrible, but, like, holy moly. Tanner McKee, too many interceptions. Blocking's been okay. Scott Jr. has not been very good. Defense, got tackles. Devin White leading the team way of 57. Carlton Davis, 48, 46 for David. In terms of sacks, 6.5 for Vea. Just got 3, 2 for White. I guess we have Larry Ojobi. I didn't realize that. Well, he's only played... Yeah, he probably played 1 game. No, he's played 6. Okay. Maybe he has a lot of downs. Yeah, he has a lot of downs. 205 downs, but still crazy. Then he has 2 sacks. Interceptions. White, David Forbes leading the way. Then we got Davis the third and Bradbury. Daniel Carson's been pretty solid as a kicker. But, yeah, we need a QB. We need a better QB. Tanner McKee's just got to stop throwing the ball. Like, honestly, just, like, hand the ball off to Derrick Henry and Leonard Fournette. Let them run. It's fine if we do that. The fact that we're not doing that is an issue, though. 18th in total yards, near the bottom of the league. I mean, we're passing a lot, which is cool, I guess. And actually not even really a lot. And then... rush-wise, we actually have been running the ball a lot, but we need to be running more. I'm sorry, that's passing yards. I'm sorry. Yeah, we need to be running the ball more. I'm sorry. Yeah, our total offense yards 18. We're passing the ball a lot. We need to be running the ball more. Yeah, 19.9 points. Not gonna cut it. So yeah, not very good there. And then the defensive yards. Never mind. I can't show you. I'm getting disconnected from EA due to inactivity for whatever reason. Before I was rudely interrupted, our passing yards is near the bottom of the league, and then our rush defense is top of the league, and then 196 points allowed. That is 3rd worst in the NFL. So yeah, we need to get a QB. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but we need to get a quarterback, so... yeah, Tanner McKee's just not going to cut it. Let's see if I can try to trade for a QB. It's going to be tough, but this is like a Band-Aid fix for our 3rd and final season. I did this deal with the Falcons. Allen Fort and a future 1st-round pick for Desmond Ridder. I've seen Desmond Ridder go off. So, it's not an amazing QB. I wasn't going to get like a really good QB. But maybe someone that fits the scheme of the team and could be a bit better. So, Desmond Ridder, welcome to the squad. I don't know if that's going to make a huge difference for us, but I'll see you guys start at the end of the season. Not the start of the season. The end of the season where maybe we could turn it around. Fortunately, we dug ourselves too deep of a hole and we could not turn it around quick enough. Ended up going 5-5 for the rest of the season, and yeah, we just did not end up running the ball a lot. Yeah, unfortunately, going 7-10. So, last season, and we couldn't get to the playoffs. We just really needed Tom Brady. And you know what? Even though Tom Brady retired in the start of the final season, he will still be on the thumbnail, ladies and gentlemen. So, because I'm not going to do that to him. I'm not going to be mean. He won a Super Bowl MVP. I'm going to pull LeBron. You know, LeBron broke the all-time scoring record from a video. Got to the finals. And that team didn't have anybody. So, yeah, Tom Brady will be on the thumbnail, guys. wise, so don't worry. But yeah, fortunately, could not get the job done. 7-10. Here's playoff bracket in case you were curious. Bottom right corner, Cardinals and Panthers. You guys can pause and look at that. But yeah, stats wise, I'm just curious to see how we ended up doing. I mean, Desmond Ridder was actually pretty solid, and I thought I did think about trading for him, even earlier, and I probably should have because he did pretty good. 22 TDs and interceptions. He did all right. 199.8 passer rating. Threw for over 3,000 yards in the games he did play for us. So, that's good to see. Derrick Henry rushed for over 1,000 yards, 19 TDs. Not really enough. Leonard Fournette is a secondary running back. Crazy to say. But yeah. Justin Jefferson, Chris Godwin, and Albert all had over 1,000 receiving yards, which is nice to see. Our blocking was good except for Robert Scott Jr., who was just terrible. Devin White, 142 sacks, 115 for Levant David. Robert Davis III with 101. Bradbury, 96, 91 for Forbes. 11 sacks for Vea. Gibson had 9.5, 9 for Shaq. 4 for Devin White. Ogunjobi had 4. A bunch of guys down here. And then our interceptions, White, Brisker leading the way. And then we had a bunch of guys with 2 and 1. Daniel Carlson, 12, 15 field goals. Not too bad. Then our punting, kick return. We had Williams getting a kick return. Garrett Williams out of Syracuse. And Garrison Perkins, punt return. Yeah, 9 total offensive yards, which is not too bad. And our passing yards was probably near the top of the league, and our rush was near the bottom. We didn't run a lot. Didn't run enough. 26.4 points. Like middle of the pack. And then defensively, in terms of total yards, we were near the bottom of the league in that department. Our pass yards per game, second worst. And then our rush was near the top. And then we gave up 503 points, which was second most in the National Football League, only to the Bengals, which was crazy. MVPs and Coach of the Year, Dak Prescott and Mike McCarthy getting the job done there. I think if we had Desmond Ridder for the entire season, we might have had a shot at the playoffs. But, yeah, I feel like Tanner McKee going 2-5 to start off the season kind of put us in a little bit of a bad hole. And we should have ran the ball a little more. I feel like Derrick Henry should have more touches. Same thing with Fournette. But, unfortunately, McKee just didn't really fit. It didn't really fit this mold. So, I guess let's just advance, see who wins the Super Bowl, and then close out the video. In the Super Bowl against the Patriots, Dak Prescott, Super Bowl MVP. You guys can see the awards there. We had Johnny Dobbs, Jared Barber, 49ers, Bills, respectively. And I guess with that being said, let's close out the video. Alright guys, well, hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit the like button, subscribe if you're not subscribed already. Let me know down in the comments below some of the videos. Go to social down description, plays down below containing other Madden NFL 23 franchise rebuilds. Check out channel for content BTJP. We won our Super Bowl in our first season, got the NFC Conference Championship, lost to the Eagles. Probably could have maybe went back-to-back. And then once Tom Brady retired, we kind of fell into a little bit of a spiral. Even with all those signings made, we just didn't have a good enough QB for the entire year to really offset that. So what are you gonna do? It is what it is. It happens. But we did complete the challenge. We won a Super Bowl in 3 seasons, won in our first one. So I will take that as a victory in my book. So with that being said, I'm gonna head on out. We got 3 more NFL teams to rebuild, 1 more NFC team, and that'll be the Packers. Our next AFC team, actually no, we have 2 more teams to rebuild, right? I think, yeah, 2. We only have the Titans, and then the Packers. I think that's it. Yeah, that might only be 2 teams left. Yeah, I think so. Well, I think the Titans are next. I'll double check. You guys will watch the videos, so it doesn't matter. Maybe you won't, but you should. So subscribe. With that being said, I'm gonna head on out. Take care. See you soon. Peace.